Well, Mason, first, man, I'll just cut right to the chase. What's going on right now as far as the logistics? Have you hired an agent?
I'm getting real close to hiring an agent, so I'm almost down to the nitty gritty part. So I'm getting real close though.
Yeah, I mean, when you talk about your game, how do you think it translates to the NBA?
It translates real good. I can score at all three levels, and I can get to the rack, I can get to the line, I can do the mid range, I can shoot the three. So that's why it was very hard to guard me this year because teams didn't really know what to do with me. If they pressed up on me, I can go past a faster defender, just being more smarter and knowing having higher Q and knowing exactly what spots I want to get to. So, I can all and I'm a competitor and I love to win. So, everything is going to translate and just having hard work. I'm grinding every day still and I'm still preparing for what's to come. So I just want to take one day at a time and just keep getting better.
How much was that a combination of your skills and how you were able to elevate your skills from sophomore to junior year, along with pace
Um,
and space and the offense you have?
no, it wasn't the exact moment. I just prayed on it, and I wanted to make the best decision at the best time for me and my family, and I put everything in consideration, and I wanted to make sure I did all the pros and cons of going to the league, and if anything, what's the worst thing that can happen, and then me staying, what's the best and what's the worst. So I put all the pros and cons together for both situations, and I prayed on it for about a good month and a half, and I just felt like it was my time to declare for the 2020 NBA draft and for me to set bigger challenges.
Are you just sick and tired already of draft boards, what you're seeing right now?
No, it's a lot of things that's going behind the scenes that's going to show up on draft night, and that I'm going to continue to surprise a lot of people, just like I have my whole career. So the mock drafts, I see myself going up on some, and then I see myself not on some. So I don't let it get to me. I just continue to work hard and let my production do the talking. God's going to keep doing everything that He's doing, and I'm going to continue to put all my faith into Him, and I'm going to continue to follow His plan.
Yeah, that's been your story. It's a story of confidence, resilience, what you did in high school to kind of uh, know that the route had to be junior college and then showcase your skills in terms of losing the weight you needed to lose and then being able to develop at Arkansas, not only under Mike Anderson, but under Eric Musselman as well. Just that whole
Right,
process
right.
of proving people wrong.
Um, the process, I really took it serious. I wanted to continue and I wanted to show people that they was wrong about me my whole life and how just because I'm a late bloomer and how I didn't have success at an early age like everybody else that I was counted out. So I just wanted to just inspire the young people and inspire a lot of people that if you just keep God first and you really work hard and you trust what you believe and you don't let people tell you no for an answer, then you can really overcome a lot of things. And that's just been the journey that I've been on. A lot of people have said that Mace can't do this, Mace can't do that. And I just steady proving people wrong. So, I want to continue to prove a lot of people wrong and I want to continue to let God do the talk and just me to follow his lead and just follow the path that he's taking me on.
To lead your team in points, rebounds, assists, and steals, what goes through your mind when you think about all that you achieved?
A lot go through my mind. There was a lot more I still wanted to show that the season kept going, but I'm blessed to be in the position that I am in, and God was able to let me fulfill my dreams of playing high major D1, and I was able to fulfill my dreams of showing a lot of people that it wasn't a mistake that Coach A and Coach Cleveland and that the old coaching staff brought me in. And it was a mistake that Coach Muss and the coaching staff gave me so much freedom because I earned it and I worked hard for it. And I just want to continue just be Mason and let God control everything, and not let myself get caught up in mock drafts and stuff like that. Because at the end of the day, God's always going to win.
All right, man, I want to have some fun with this and relive some moments because you had so many great moments throughout the course of this past season in particular. Let's talk about Georgia Tech and banking in that three to beat the Yellow Jackets. And it wasn't just the fact that you did that, but you did it in such a crucial scenario where you guys had not been road tested yet. So take me back to
Right,
that
right,
moment.
right. Just going back in the moment, it was 61-59, and I remember like it was yesterday, and we needed a three. We didn't need a three, we needed a two. But we wanted to go for the win. We felt like we was close enough, and we was on the road, and we wanted to get a win. So I remember passing it to Isaiah, and Isaiah trying to get a look, and he passed it back to me, and I looked up, and Coach Must told me go get a shot, and the coaching staff just told me go get a shot. So I wanted to go get a shot, and I wanted to bring the step back, and the step back was backboard, and God blessed me with a game winner, and we won.
That step back's one of your trademarks. Let's go to the Auburn game, overtime game, heartbreaker. But you had a 3-point play that's really memorable. I remember Tom Hart was on the call that game from ESPN, SEC Network, and he was like, "How does he do it?" That was the call from Tom Hart, and I was thinking the same thing, man. 3-point play, and you cut it to one with 12.8 seconds left, and you were kind of falling forward on that three that you missed. But to have the instincts and to have the hustle to follow your own shot, what about that play?
It's just incredible play. I wanted to get a shot up quick so we can get the ball back. The time was running down, and I just followed my shot. A lot of people tell me to always make sure you follow your shot if you feel like it's off. And I saw where the ball was going, and I wanted to win that game. And I knew my teammates wanted it bad as I did, so I wanted to do everything in my powers to make sure that we stayed close, and I was able to give our team a chance to win. And that was one of the most heartbreaking games I had all year, probably my whole life. Just knowing that we had a lot of opportunities this year to beat a lot of good teams, and we were just a couple plays off, or we let teams make a run at the wrong time. So it's just a lot of things that go into it, and that's definitely one of the top plays this year. And I'm always going to remember it.
I know it's frustrating to close the regular season with a loss at Texas A&M, but you had a spin move that I really remember, and I think they had like 10 replays of it. What about that spin move?
Oh my, that's crazy because I remember Coach Crutch yelling at me for going baseline, and I was like, "Coach, trust me, I got you." And I seen that I had a big on me, Nebo, and I wanted to spin move because I see the defender was playing on the baseline. So it's just a lot of things that go into it, and just having high IQ and knowing that a coach trusting you through mistakes, and it's incredible. And I was blessed to have a good coaching staff and a great teammates that just let me rock and understood that Mason is going to take a lot of heat for it, but I also want to make sure they're happy. I want to make sure that they're playing. I want to make sure that they are out there showing showcasing their full six skills.
Yeah, impressive play, especially against one of the best post players in the league, and Josh Nebo. The Vanderbilt game in the SEC tournament, I just love the way you closed on a high note, not only individually but as a team, because you had 22 points in that game, 6 boards, 6 assists, and it was redemption because I was baffled by the fact that in the first meeting against Vandy, you did not score in the first half. Neither did Isaiah Joe, and you only had 1 point in that game in Fayetteville, but to play that way against Vandy and get that revenge, so to speak, individually. I know you guys won the first matchup and also the second matchup, but what was that like, that experience at Bridgestone Arena?
The experience was overwhelming, and I loved it. And I was ready. Me and my team was ready to make a run at the tournament. But Vanderbilt, that was a very personal game. Just knowing that I had 1 point at home, and that's being my worst game of the year. I knew I wanted to showcase my skills to them and show them why people was so highly on me in the league and why I won AP Player of the Year. So I wanted to come back and show them that Mason Jones is legit. And I just wanted to showcase all my skills. I didn't know that was going to be the last game, but just going off the last game is just showing how many times they double team me and I was able to find the plays and just maybe to find the right people. And that's a lot of things I learned this year. Definitely dealing with double team, triple team, and how to still get my teammates involved, how to be comfortable in an uncomfortable situation. And just a lot of things I learned this year that is definitely going to help me down the road in my journey.
9 games of 30 points or more this season. You also recognize when it's time to take over a game. So when you look at that in a dual capacity, your ability to do that, What about moving that forward to the NBA, knowing that that's part of your skill set?
Just knowing that I have that in my game is incredible, and knowing that I'm not gonna back down from anybody, and I'm always gonna showcase my full skills. I just need a coach like Coach Muss, just trusting in me and letting me rock, and just being there when I need them, and just having a coaching staff and teammates around me to continue to push me. I feel like just having an NBA coach this year is definitely gonna help me move my journey along to the NBA, and knowing that I have dealt with a whole season with an NBA coach, knowing what he looked for and what he expects and how the scouting report is going to be is just incredible. And I never, at first, I was taking this season for granted, but I can never take a season for granted. And this season, I learned so much. And at first, I was still immature, taking this stuff for granted, knowing I had a senior year. But I wanted to achieve a lot of things this year, and having coaching staff and teammates push me every day would help me achieve a lot of accolades for myself and for my teammates.
From a conditioning standpoint, I'm really amazed that you're able to do this down the stretch. Talk about the last 5 games in particular, because I'm going to read these numbers off to you. The last 5 games of the season for you: 37 points, 26 points, 36 points, 30 points, 22 points. You led the nation in free throws attempted, led the nation in free throws made, and finished 8th in the nation in scoring. So to do that start to finish, to show the ability to stay in it and put up such huge numbers, what about it?
Oh, it's just hard work and knowing that you still have a lot more to prove. And that was just my ego the whole year. I still have a lot to more to prove. And I was taking each opponent like it was my last. And I was like, excuse me. I was just taking every game like it was a big challenge, like it was my last. I was ready to go. I was accepting a challenge that people would challenge me every game. Like this is for example, Reggie Perry is better than me. So, I took that personal. And, it's just the challenges that my teammates and coaches put on me every day that there's somebody out there that's better than you. So I need you to go prove it. And that was just the opponent that was next. It was just the next opponent. So whoever the next opponent best player was, they'll be like, okay, can you what do you have to do with him? He's better than you, so go prove it. And it's just the little things to know how to tick a player off and just how to get a player going. And Coach Mussim, the coaching staff, knew exactly how to get me going, knew exactly how just to get me prepared for the game, and knew when I was serious, when I wasn't serious. So it's just the little things that goes into how coaches can make players better. And my coach, the whole coaching staff, definitely prepared me to have all the success I had this year. Definitely going with all the 30 balls, the 40 balls, and just make sure I got my teammates involved. And that's the beautiful thing about it. My teammates still did good. My teammates still prospered, and you could see that everybody was coming out towards the end. Ethan Henderson was going, Desi Sills was going, Reggie Channing was going, Jimmy Whitt was going, Isaiah Jalen. It's just matter. It's just the fact that everybody was starting to get rolling, and it was just because of coaching staff and all of us held each other accountable.
What about that with Coach Musselman? Because you saw the way your game evolved. What about his ability to game plan and why it's so unique? And how did that help you as a player?
Oh, this the drills in practice. At first, like we really didn't take it serious, and now the the first game we lost, Coach Muss was like, let's dial in, because we wanted to stay undefeated, but we lost to West Kentucky, and you could say that we probably took the game for granted. And just from that day forward, we just dialed in. Even though we went on the 5 game losing streak, we still dialed in. We still did the drills that helped us prepare, and we just did everything scouting, personnel, what player like what player does this, what player does this. Just staying accountable. And Coach Muss and coach staff, the coaching staff, just putting us in the right position to be great. And you can see, like I said earlier, everybody was starting to prosper because everybody knew their roles. Coach Muss gave everybody a role, and we stayed prepared and we stayed true to the game plan. We didn't go out of it, and exactly what Coach Muss and the coach staff put together, the other team ran, and we was 3 4 steps ahead. So just having that ability and knowing that all the coaching staff is going to put that in, I'm excited to see what he does with the next year group and for things to come.
One final one here: the conditioning. What are you doing right now to stay in the shape you want to stay in, given your hold up, so to speak, with the coronavirus pandemic?
Oh, just running, just running on the track, lifting, doing weights, push ups, sit ups, just staying, just keeping my body in shape, just keep my body moving. Don't want to sit down a lot. It's a lot of things, it's a lot of stuff that I want to keep doing, and it's a lot of more proving I want to do. So I'm just definitely gonna keep that chip on my shoulder and just keep working hard and doing the little things, going on the field, just running outside my house, just staying active and just staying ready for what God has coming.
Man, thanks for the time. I appreciate it, Mason. All the best to you.
Yes, yes, sir. Thank you.